In this video, I'm going to run you through all of the keyboard shortcuts available to you inside of the AEJuice Pack Manager. So in order to get to those keyboard shortcuts, you first just want to go to the account option up here and then go into settings. And that will load up this settings window here. Now, if you go down to here, you've got launch shortcut. And at the moment, it should be set to the top option, which is this. Now, this is the shortcut that you're going to use if you wanted to launch the AEJuice Pack Manager with ease. So rather than having to navigate to Window, AEJuice Pack Manager and loading it this way, instead, if we have a look at the keyboard shortcuts, so at the moment it's this, we can change it to Shift and Tab if you would rather, or you could set this to a custom keyboard shortcut. So let's make this C, for example. So press OK on this, and we'll close this down. And then when we want to launch this, just press C on the keyboard and that loads up. So as you can see, that is going to save you loads of time in the long run rather than going up into Window and selecting AEJuice Pack Manager for this way. But moving on, you can see next to the launch shortcut, you've got this option here which has all the hotkeys, and this is all of your shortcuts available to you. So you've got search packs, you've got search animation in all packs, search animation in open pack, switch to products tab, play/pause, show hide items names, add remove from favorites, scroll to selected item, scroll to the top, scroll to the bottom, close tab, restore last close tab, close all tabs, and deselect all animations. Now, I should note that let's look at this search packs, for example. This is currently saying this is Command and P. And the reason why this is saying this is because I'm working on a Mac. So I'm working with a Mac OS. So if you've got a Windows computer, for example, then this might say Control and P or Control Shift and P or something very similar. But it might look a little bit different to this if you're working on Windows. But Mac, for example, this says Command and P. So we'll press OK. Press OK in here and we'll hold Command and P, and that loads up the search button. But let's go back in and let's look at some other hotkeys. Now you've got search animations, and in all pack search animations in an open pack, you've got switch to products tab. So that's Command and T. So Command and T, nothing happens. But if we open up one of these, if we go back to products, you can go Command and T. And as you can see, if we've got a few of these open, let's say I'm working in this one here, rather than scrolling over to the top and pressing products, I could just go Command and T and that takes me back. So as you can see, it's going to be much quicker in the long run rather than having to navigate all the way back up to here. So Command and T, nice and simple. Then of course, just under that, we have got play/pause. So this is just the spacebar. Of course, you can select custom if you wanted to change this to a specific custom key, but we'll keep this as space. And the play/pause is referring to this. So by default, if you go into a specific pack, then it will be playing all of these animations. But if this is just a little bit too intense, then you can just press the spacebar, and that is our keyboard shortcut to pause the animation. Of course, when we do that, you can just hover over them so that you can isolate specific animations and specific presets. But if you wanted them all playing or all to pause, you just press that spacebar. Now, in this example, this isn't too intense, but if we go back into the products tab and we go into kinetic typography, for example, you can see this can look a little intense. It's even more noticeable if we go into the Cyberpunk HUD preset pack and we scroll up to the top. You can see this is going to be quite intense, and especially if we've got the slider zoomed in all the way like this might be a little bit distracting to some users. So if you just press space, that will play and pause, and you can just hover over each one individually to see what this looks like. Then of course you've got all of these other ones here. But let's focus on close tab, or you've got close all tabs. So we've got Command and W and then Command Shift and W. So let's open up a load of tabs. So let's get some of these open. Here we go. So if I'm in the text animation tab, I could just go Command and W and that would close that tab. And I could press this multiple times to close all of them. But let's say we've got a whole load of these open at the same time. So maybe we've got 10 packs open. Rather than having to go through and go Command W on every single one, you could just go Command Shift and W and they'll all close, and we'll go back to the main products page. And then of course, if you just scroll through this menu, you'll find a whole different option of different keyboard shortcuts that are available to you inside of the Pack Manager. Now, this add/remove from favorites is one that I use all the time, and that is F. So essentially, when you're adding something to your favorites, you're adding it down into this favorites pack down here. So let's go into liquid transitions. Let's say we like the look of basic transition 3. If I select that and press F, you can see this style is going to highlight. Then we'll move down, we'll select this one, press F, move down, we'll press F, move down, we'll press F. Now when we go back to the products, you can see if we go into favorites, everything is going to be populated here in our favorites. So this is really useful if you've got a bunch of presets or a bunch of animations that you want to play with a little bit more and you're going to use fairly frequently. And there you go. So keyboard shortcuts are a really quick and easy way of navigating yourself around the pack manager, organizing all of your packs and your assets and your presets, and then editing those as well. Keyboard shortcuts can help to save you a world of time, and I would really recommend getting familiar with these keyboard shortcuts because, like I just mentioned, they're going to save you a lot of time in the long run.